Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing, bringing you my 86th ForgER review, XII CURT IIX. CURT is a very good racetrack forger, and he forges a variety of racetracks actually. In this review I believe you see 3 roller coasters, 2 double wides, and 1 supercross racetrack, which definitely shows a bit of skill, and a forger can make multiple different kinds of maps. They are all racetracks, but they're different types of racetracks. But anyways, this first map here is called Terminal Velocity, and Terminal Velocity is a roller coaster, as you can see, and right here is a 180 jump, and it's a little bit sketchy. You'll see in his maps that there's a lot of jumps and stunts and different, types of things like that, and they don't all always work 100%. I like this turn here, kinda is RLD Hot Tamale-ish style, in my opinion. I like it. Right there's a front flip, and I got it to work perfectly right there, but I don't think it always works perfectly. But it works. The stunts on this map, the 2 stunts, work most of the time, so they're pretty good. And it's a very good roller coaster. I mean, it's not too long, it's not too short, it's a good length. The turns work well, the rest of the map looks nice and it works well. It's just the stunts can be a little bit sketchy. But other than that, the map is definitely very good, and I liked it a lot. And the next map here is his first double wide ever, and this one is called Galactic, and it is a very good double wide racetrack with a little bit of terrain in it, and an elevator and stuff. As you'll see, it's a pretty good map. There's also a God's Regret kind of kill ball trap that goes across the map. I think he was probably inspired by God's Regret. Right here is a drift turn, and the drift turn does not always work 100% of the time because it's a forced drift turn, meaning it's not like your car's naturally drifting, but there's a man cannon kind of making you drift, and so you can fall off sometimes. But for his first double wide, this is a great map. As you can tell, it's super smooth throughout the whole map. Right here is a little drop part with like broken pieces to the track sort of connected, and obviously we've seen that before, but it's still, it looks good. There's some cool scenery on this map, a few little unique pieces that you'll see. Right up here after this bank turn here, there's a part I kind of like a lot, where the rock kind of comes into the track, and so there's like a narrow section you have to go on, and there's an arrow pointing over. I definitely like that a lot. There's a few little jumps here that work decently. I mean, they don't work amazingly, but they, I guess they get the job done. I really like this part here. There's an elevator, and there is an up arrow that, points up, and the elevator works well, but you go up a little bit too high, but you don't slam down. It's not a rough elevator. It's very clean and works well, just doesn't bring you up to the exact height you need to get to. This next map here is a dark roller coaster, and this one is called Dreadlock, with a period. And I had a lot of trouble on this map because starting recently I've been hosting open lobbies and uploading a video saying I need players for when I test maps for reviews and stuff. And I have found that roller coasters are not good with large amounts of people. A lot of people honestly are pretty bad at racing and they fall off the map, and I usually try and let everyone else go first so that they don't knock me off, because on a single wide map they think they should go 2 at a time. But that actually backfires on me, because what happens is people will go ahead of me, a bunch of them will fall off and die, and then they'll spawn on the checkpoint that I'm just getting to, and then I end up hitting them and falling off. So it was a mess. I had to do this one like 4 or 5 or 6 times. But right there was another one of his stunts, a giant jump using a vehicle man cannon. It actually works pretty well, but you have to go into it straight. You can't go into it at an angle, or else you will kind of land at an angle. But again, as you can tell, it's a great roller coaster, smooth, big turns, and the roller coaster track part of it is good, and he has these big kind of U-turn, bank turn things. I like those definitely a lot. This next part here reminds me of what Gotcha XD or Blade Monkey did with his few maps that he came on and forged in Halo Reach, including Accelerator. And then right there is one of those, I don't know who came up with that, it's pretty creative, where half your mongoose is in a wall, the other half isn't, and there's a shield that makes you do like a 720 or whatever it is, a 900. And I definitely think that's pretty cool, that you can do that spin. The spin doesn't always work, but it works most of the time. Same with this jump right here. And I ended up failing at the end, so I had to, I don't know if you could see that edit there, I edited that. But right here, there's a big vehicle man cannon that sends you way up into the air, and you land on a shield door to bring you right to the beginning. I did fail that a few times. I didn't undershoot it or shoot it to the side, but I overshot it. Anyways, this next map is called Herpaderp, with a period again. I don't know what that means, but it's a pretty cool double-wide racetrack with some nice scenery, including a an airplane that looks very similar to the ones I made on my map Kingdom Come. And I don't know if they're inspired by that or if they just happen to look similar. At the start there's like 20 checkpoints or 10 checkpoints that are all really thin and long, like vertically, and they're next to each other in the front of where you spawn, so it kind of looks cool. It's like you're driving through bars or something like that. And right here, there's a kind of like a wave, but there's a shortcut that cuts across the wave, so I mean, it's a pretty obvious shortcut, but not a lot of maps have them, so it's kind of cool to see. And right there's like a bouncy part. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it works well enough. I think I only flipped maybe once in a few laps on it. And as you can tell, his double wide is very smooth. It's a great forger, but right here is where the problem is. There are two jumps in like this kind of loop area, and this is the best I could possibly get them. The first jump I undershot most of the time, and I wouldn't quite make it to the landing. And the second jump, I would make it, but then I would kind of slam down, doing like an endo, and that caused me to fall off most of the time. It's just kind of annoying. I don't know how to put it. He makes amazing maps. They're well made, they're smooth, but then he tries to make them exciting and less boring. Right here, I'm just showing you the other part where I took the shortcut. But then the stunts end up kind of ruining it, sort of. But right there it says CURT, nice and big. No mistake who made the map. This is a great SX track. This one's called Decimator SX, again with a period at the end. It's kind of got like this weird little roller coaster-y part to finish it. I think he just didn't know how to reconnect it. But that's alright, because it's still a good supercross racetrack. And all the jumps work pretty well. It's not the best racetrack out there for supercross, but it's definitely a good one. I had a lot of fun on this map. Up here there's a part, you'll see, I kind of drive up against those rocks. It does kind of appear as though you're supposed to go that way, but really you're not. And there is, I think, a teleporter or a kill boundary or something right there. So you definitely don't want to go to the rocks right away until you do the turn. Right there, kind of a U-turn. I don't really like that, but it kind of causes collisions. And then there's the supercross part in the back. I mean the roller coaster, not the supercross part in the back. And this is a quick map, so I figured, what the hey, I'd do 2 laps on it. What the hey? 2 laps! It's from the Cookie Monster Contact Santa videos. Those are funny. But anyways, CURT is a very good forger. I hope to see more from him. CURT, as a tip and as a piece of advice for your future forging, you make amazing maps, and I know you probably think they're boring, and so you try and add crazy stunts to make them more exciting and unique. But either try and work on the stunts a little more to perfect them, or just leave the stunts out. But because you're a great forger without them, I just feel like they don't work very well. But anyways, please go to CURT's file share, download all his maps. They are very good. Thank you guys very much for watching. Cookie out.